Whether going bottoms up or breaking off a piece of something sweet, consumers have always turned to Nestle. But with a variety of brands filling every shelf in the pantry, can this stock follow food's modern trends and give investors something to sink their teeth into?
With so many investors worried about a worldwide slowdown, talked about it right at the top of the show, they're taking shelter in classic slowdown stocks. What is the strength in the stock of Nestle? That's the Swiss food and beverage colossus we've liked so much. There's nothing super sexy about Nestle. It's your classic slow and steady packaged food company with a high-quality portfolio of brands. Perrier, Poland Spring, Pellegrino, Kit Kat bars, Nespresso coffee, my favorite, Häagen-Dazs, too fattening for me, Lean Cuisine, Hot Pockets, and all sorts of dog food from Purina to Fancy Feast that we use at home. Yet the stock is up roughly 37% for the year, seemingly setting new highs every day. It's trading like a tech stock, not a $31 billion pantry, $331 billion pantry, but $331 billion. People don't realize how big this company is. And this strength is more than just rotation. When Nestle reported last month, they delivered an excellent quarter, a stark contrast, by the way, to what we saw from J.M. Smucker today, which disappointed big time, even though it's in many of the same businesses. In other words, this is not just a slowdown stock, it's a slowdown stock with terrific execution. Can it keep climbing? Let's take a closer look with Mark Schneider, the CEO of Nestle, who's doing such a great job. Get a closer read of what his company's up to. Mr. Schneider, welcome back to Mad Money. Good to see you, Mark. Have a seat.
Good to see you. How are you?
All right. We had Kevin Johnson on yesterday, and well from Starbucks. And all he could do is talk about how great this partnership's working. There are very few win-wins. This one is a win-win, and the numbers are spectacular. And we're early innings, right?
It is a win-win. I think you're absolutely right. This is the first year anniversary now of the closing of that deal. In that year, we accomplished a lot. We took only 6 months to introduce the first wave of 24 products. We're now out in 16 markets. We're starting a second wave of launches this fall, covering most European markets. And we have an exciting pipeline for the future. And I noticed yesterday in an interview how much you liked his product here, the pumpkin spice. And so we also have that. We just recently announced it for home use.
Now, people have to understand that this is a category that used to be maybe 1-2%. You're growing mid-single digits for this stuff.
And I think it just shows, first of all, people like the strength of the Starbucks brand name. Right. They like that this name stands for absolute quality in coffee. It also stands for wonderful sustainability. This is something that resonates strongly with us. And then, of course, with us, you get superb execution and you get that presence on the ground. We're having feet on the ground in 190 markets, so we can do a lot for a partner like Starbucks.
All right, let's go back to sustainability. We care about impact per share, and we want to know when people say sustainability, what do they mean, and let's see it.
Absolutely, and one of our big themes is recycling.
Okay.
And, what you see here is our classic Nespresso aluminum coffee capsule, and that will typically have a second life. And that could be, for example, an aluminum pin, or it could be the aluminum bike behind you. So there's lots of uses where aluminum can have a useful second life for consumers, and we have been a pioneer in recycling schemes for aluminum.
We're terrible about recycling in America. How can you get the word out that we should start getting better?
We make it easy for you as consumers. So when you order that product, there's a prepaid UPS bag with it, and so you just return the used capsules, and then we do the rest.
That is so smart. That's a great idea. Now, you guys do more than just food. You do healthcare, and there's a thing that, I lost my mom to cancer, and I wish that we had COPES. This COPES program is so extraordinary. How did you think of it, and what does it mean for the company?
Yeah, so, this resonates very strongly with me in my prior career in healthcare.
Right.
I know that for cancer patients, it's not only about the medication, it's also about a proper nutritional status. I also know that cancer patients, they get a lot of conflicting advice from experts, and pulling it all together and having one network that online sort of gets you in touch with an expert when you need it and gives you the right sort of nutritional advice. There's a real high medical need for that. We started to roll this out this spring. It really catches on very nicely in the market. And it just shows that we're not just interested in selling the product alone. Right. What we want to do is sell the solution. Okay, so what happens? Do people say, you know what, this Nestle is a caring company. When I'm faced in a supermarket with one product versus another, I want to do Nestle's because I think they're caring? Well, we speak through our brands. Okay. And so different brands stand for different things. Right. And, those brands have to be convincing. Some say Nestle on it, others don't. But I think all of them have a definite purpose, and everything needs to be consistent with that brand purpose. All right. Well, thinking of that, plant-based, you mentioned the incredible burger, but you kind of just dropped it in the conference call. Where are we? Look, plant-based is a major, major theme for us.
Okay.
And it's not only about meat analogs, it's also about dairy. So think about ice cream,
I love your dairy. Absolutely. Your plant-based products and creamers are the best.
And that's a key theme because at the end of the day, it usually has a better nutritional profile for consumers, and it also has a better environmental footprint. So right for you, right for the planet, that's a big theme for us. On the burgers, we have it out in Europe. We're doing really well. We're launching the Awesome Burger in the United States in September. So we're a few weeks away from that, and it's going to be great.
What I want to do with the Awesome Burger is go to a chef to a restaurant and have it made. So it's not just me putting it on a grill, because I think that you need more than that.
You're absolutely right. The burger is a classic out-of-home product. So
Right.
You want to be able to buy it at retail, but you also want to be able to have it at a restaurant. And one of the things I wanted to suggest to you is why not have a side-by-side great plant-based burger shootout of 2019. Have the products prepared the same way, and then
You're willing to stake your reputation. Remember, there's no accounting for taste.
We're willing to compete.
All right, one last thing. I know that you had some expenses in water last year that related to transport and packaging. Have those come down at all, so the margins are getting better?
So on margins, we have improved a lot.
Good.
And on packaging, we have established an Institute of Packaging Sciences because we noticed an Institute of Packaging Sciences. We are the first food and beverage company. It's in Switzerland. It'll develop better materials for packaging, but of course, they will eventually come to this country too. Because packaging is a big theme. When you are serious about sustainability, you have to look into better solutions all the time. We did not want to be a passenger to what the packaging industry is dishing up. We wanted to do our own thing.
That is so smart. The packaging industry is woeful. They are all big talk, no cattle. I mean, they're big hat, no cattle. I have dealt with these people, and they really just talk it. They're not doing it. They're not doing this.
One thing we realized, it's our name that's on the product.
Right.
Hence, we want to be sure it's packaging material that we fully endorse and that we can stand behind.
Something like this, which is just incredibly important. And I just think that the last thing that I do need to learn a little more, what percentage of the bike is this, and how do we get one of these?
So for the bike, this is a pilot program. We made 1,000 of those. We'll think about,
But this is what we want for holidays and for birthdays.
So 40% of the capsules go into it. 60% needs to be a harder alloy to be sure it's really standing up as a bike. But this is an opportunity. After the pilot is done, we'll think about scaling it up.
You are for real. We're
trying hard.
Thank you so much. That's Mark Schneider. He's the CEO of Nestle, which is a company that obviously cares tremendously about more than just good tasting food. Mad Money's back after the break.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on Twitter. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadTweets. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.